Hey everybody, how you doing? King here from Stay Tuned Sports. Clearly, obviously. Oh, I still got junk back here. Look at that. Anyway, yes, welcome to the Stay Tuned Sports live stream of Game 7 here of the Stanley Cup Finals. Last game of the year. This is it. Listen. I don't think anybody thought we were going to get here, especially with the Panthers up 3-0. There's a lot of history potentially being made tonight, depending on which way this goes. We're seeing something here, at least in the Stanley Cup Finals, that we have not seen in 80 something years, 79 years, 80 years. I have some of the stats here for it. Actually, no. The last time this happened in the Stanley Cup Finals, let's see here. Prior to the 2004 Stanley Cup Finals, Stanley Cup playoffs history, 210 teams had faced a 3-0 deficit in a best-of-7 series. Of these teams, only 4 overcame a deficit, a success rate of under 2%, and only one of these teams overcame the deficit in the Stanley Cup Finals. That was in 1942. So, 82 years ago, the Toronto Maple Leafs came all the way back against the Detroit Red Wings to win the Stanley Cup after being down 0-3. Panthers trying to not join that very prestigious club, I guess, or not prestigious, however you'd want to say it. Edmonton trying to make some more history here. Gotta say, it's when you saw the way this was going, Edmonton played well. But either they weren't catching breaks or goaltending just wasn't there. Bobrovsky did stand on his head the first couple games. So you were looking at that, and it's like, Oilers are talented, just not there yet. Just not there yet. Just not there yet. Then they had that huge 8-1 win in Game 4. And I know some people, and I was one of them. I'll put it out there right now. It was definitely me. I was like, that was their explosion. That was everything that was pent up. They weren't able to get everything done. They got that all out in Game 4. Was that all they had? Are they spent? Is that all that they had? Clearly not. Edmonton, I mean, they've had enough number 1 picks over the years. I mean, we'll just put it out there right now. But they have so much talent. You got Nugent Hopkins. You got clearly McJesus there, Connor McDavid. You just saw Draisaitl out there on the ice, skating around, getting ready. Edmonton is they are. I mean, this is someplace where everybody thought they were going to be for a while. So they finally got here. It looked like they were going to blow it. Now all of a sudden, we're on the verge of history here. Florida, on the other hand, they were in the Stanley Cup Finals last year, lost to Vegas. They come all the way back here, get a 3-0 lead, and now you had a chance where you might lose back-to-back Stanley Cup Finals, and this one in historic, in Atlanta Falcons-esque fashion. I don't know. I don't know about that. A lot on this game. The American teams looking for their 30th straight Stanley Cup victory in 31 seasons, clearly, because we lost the season there for the lockout, which it's on the cup, so it still counts. I always say that. People say, "Oh, that seasons don't count. If you're counting team seasons, though, that doesn't count. If it's on the cup, it counts. It counts to me." So that's all I'm going to say about that. I think it counts, at least to me. So you have all of that. You have Canada trying to win their first cup since the Canadians in '93. The first Canadian club to win since '93 against Wayne Gretzky and the Los Angeles Kings is how Montreal did that. Now again, Canadian teams have had teams in the finals before, and it just it didn't work. They who was in there before? You had Calgary, you've had Ottawa, you've had Edmonton before, Vancouver against Boston. Of course, the big riot. We all remember that. That was fun. I mean, it's there. You know, it's a lot of storylines, and I'm going to say this right now. Personally, I'm rooting for the Panthers. I am rooting for the Panthers. USA. You know, I don't want to say I hate Canada, but Canadians are a bit obnoxious. So, you know, and I know, oh, you're an American. How dare you say we're not? Yeah. When it comes to hockey, you guys are just absolutely awful, obnoxious. Why isn't there a team in Quebec City? Well, everybody's giving you every reason why the teams aren't going to Quebec City. Why didn't they move Arizona to Quebec City? There's a reason why. You don't want to see it. You don't want to know the reason. You don't want to accept the reason why no teams are going to start moving to Canada. But there are reasons. And it's not just because Gary Bettman hates you. It's not that. So let's relax with that as I go ahead and sip my coffee and get ready for a long night. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Do we get overtime? Does Edmonton end it early? I think, here's the thing, and I honestly do think first goal counts here. And you've kind of seen it in this series too. I do think first goal counts. If Edmonton scores first, the way this series has gone, Florida's in a lot of trouble. Florida is in a lot of trouble if Edmonton scores first. If Florida is able to score first, if they're able to get out there early enough, I mean, it's then they can start playing their game. They can start setting tempo. But if they're playing from behind, if they're having to come back against this Edmonton team, I don't know. I got to tell you, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out. Let's see here. Let's adjust a couple things here. See if we can't get some of this stuff working better. I want to zoom in on that. All right. See a little bit more of the game here. I don't need to see myself here. I do want to see more of the game. So, see if I can just open this up a bit here. Get a bit of a bigger screen. There we go. That'll work fine. That'll work fine. All right. So now we're just waiting for puck drop. Of course, they say, you know, come watch the game at 8 o'clock. We're already at 8:15, and we're still just sitting here watching commercials, not anything happening. You know, it's not like people have work or school, you know, the next day. Well, I mean, some places still have school, so I know some places don't. Actually, I think most schools are out now, because this is also, if you notice, I'm wearing all my Devil stuff here. You know, last game of the year, so I'm going to rep my team. Love the Devils, always will. And today's also a very special date, because this is the date in which I watched the Devils win their first Stanley Cup at the Meadowlands Arena, Section 209, Row 18, Seat 8 and 9 with my dad. I was 13 years old. I got tickets as a 8th grade present for my folks, and was able to go see the Eastern Conference Finals and Stanley Cup Finals there at the Meadowlands. To see the Devils sweep the Red Wings was something. It was something. It's clearly something that will live in my mind forever. I will never forget it. Of course, I also got to see, touch, and hold the Stanley Cup the next day at the Big Apple Bar in Bayonne, which is, again, another memory we'll never forget. I have those pictures up. I'll make sure it on the Stay Tuned Sports social media, where you can go follow at ST Sports Podcast. That is over on Twitter and Instagram. All those fine places. You can also follow myself and Jimbo. Jimbo is at Jimbo ST Sports, and I am at King_ST Sports. You can go follow us over there on Twitter, X, whatever it's called now. Of course, Elon, you know, doing whatever, rebranding, and on Instagram, and all of that fun stuff. So give us a follow. Seeing another video package here, getting ready for the game. Last hockey game of the year. Here's the other thing too. This is the reason the Devils won so late in 1995 was because of the lockout, and things got pushed and everything like that. So they didn't have the end. You know, the game 4 of the Stanley Cup finals was June 24th. Now, this is Game 7, but we're still at June 24th. The hockey season should not be going on this long. I don't know if they should shorten the season or figure something to do with scheduling it better. I don't know, but we're here. It's going to be July. You're going to have July and August. Training camps and preseason starts in September, and then we're back in the season in October. Like, these guys are having no rest, especially these teams that are late in the conference finals and Stanley Cup finals. They get no rest whatsoever. I love hockey, but I've been a proponent for a long time to shorten the season. You need to kind of bring it back a little bit. So I think anyway, that's just me. It used to be the playoffs started, I remember as a kid, they would start in early April, kind of not too far from where they do now, but, the season would still end at the end of May, early June. Now we're going all the way to the end of June here. And I know this one was a little bit longer, but only by a couple days because of the distance traveled between Edmonton and Sunrise, Florida, right there on the edge of the Everglades. And literally, go take a look at Google Maps. And you'll see the arena is literally built right on the edge of the Everglades. It's kind of crazy. Oh boy, it is 8. What are we at? 8:18, and we're just getting to the anthems. Come on, this is a problem. This is a problem. People I've had this argument and problem a lot of times. Me and Jimbo have talked about it a bit about just like you're alienating a lot of younger fans, children, things like that, and people who also just want to even older fans. So people can't stay up until 11 o'clock, 11:30 watching games, especially if these games go into overtime. You can't be starting these games so late. That was the problem with baseball, and that's why baseball has one of the reasons. Baseball's got a lot of reasons why it sucks. But I think one of the big reasons for baseball being in the problem that it is of having, you look at all the stadiums, they're all almost empty, and there's almost no young fans when it comes to baseball, is that we've had 45 years of late night playoff games, always night games. Even in this season, there's not a lot of day games that go on. Majority of them are night games. Real late, especially if your team goes on like a West Coast swing. Good luck. Games start at 10 o'clock, so if you're a kid, you're not watching any of that. And that's it. Then you have kids grow up. It's I never watched baseball because it was always on too late. It was always, we're always, you miss it. It's just, it's either I was, school night, or it's just too goddamn late. So. I don't know. I think that's a problem that baseball has clearly had. I think there's a problem that hockey has, where it's you're putting it on too late, and you're not grabbing the amount of young viewers you can that can then grow up into paying adult fan bases, and again, you do it short-sightedly. You do it for the short-term ad revenue money and TV money, but in the long run, you're hurting yourself. And again, I think you see that in baseball. Hockey's always had a marketing problem. They really need to work on that. I've said that long ago. I think the NHL needs to get the NFL's marketing department, hire anybody from there, get them in there, and start trying to market the game a little bit better. Because hockey has great stars. And they do have some personalities. The other thing is, too, there are some hockey players. If you talk to them, like you look at Connor Bedard. I've seen an interview or two with him on, like Pat McAfee or other shows. And, he does have the personality of a beige wall. It sucks. So, there are some people that are just like that. But there also are personalities in there, and they don't push them. Like, Connor McDavid is a star. Absolute stud. Nobody knows about him. Granted, I know he plays in Edmonton, but again, look at the NFL. There's players that play in Green Bay. that people don't. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, two of the biggest names in NFL history as far as quarterbacks played in Green Bay. Green Bay has a huge fan base. Why do they market themselves right? The NFL knows how to market itself. It's apples and oranges a bit the way it is, the way because just the way the NFL is set up. It's really is appointment viewing, and it's once a week. Your team anyway, and there still are plenty of day games on Sundays, and again, even if you're on a Monday night or a Thursday night, yeah, it's late, and some kids don't get to watch. I remember when I was a kid, I only, my parents would let me stay up to watch until halftime if the Giants were on Monday night, so there's still that, but for the majority of the time, your team's going to be on Sunday afternoon, whether 1 or 4, they're that's the majority of your team's games. So, I mean, I think that helps with the viewership. I think that helps with keeping young people involved, watching it, being able to get into the game, and then, become paying customers when they grow up. I think that's what you need with some of these other sports to kind of get back to that. Hey, Roberto Luongo, banging that drum. Trying to fill time here, Jesus. It's gonna be 8:30 before they drop the goddamn puck. Game 7, who you got? Says Adam Dama. I'm rooting for Florida. I would like to see Florida win. I gotta tell you though, if Edmonton scores first, it's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem, and they have Big Mo on their side, man. I know some people say momentum doesn't count. Momentum doesn't matter. Nobody knows about momentum. I'm telling you, momentum is real here. And we're going to see here as we get ready for the puck drop. The puck is dropped. Game 7 has begun here in the Stanley Cup Finals. Game 7. For it all, Edmonton gets it first. They're bringing it down into Florida's zone. I'm playing it around the boards here. Florida, nope, still not getting it. Edmonton, oh boy, this is not the start you want if you're Florida. Edmonton spent a lot of time there, has possession. Florida finally moving it out of the zone. Little sloppy play, gets it in, gets a shot on goal. Bounces it all the way out to the neutral zone. Florida takes it all the way back to their end. Edmonton, good defense. Florida not getting any penetration into the Edmonton zone. Edmonton plays a little dump and chase. Bobrovsky behind the net. He passes it off. First minute of the game, we've got a little bit of back and forth here. Not bad. Not a bad start to the game. Got a bunch of glass bangers down there. Florida looks like they're pulling off a change here. Dumping it into the Edmonton zone. Edmonton breaking through the neutral zone here. Now, Edmonton's going to go for a change as they go ahead and bring it into the Florida zone. That's a wild pass. No icing. Florida gets down there first, but Edmonton quickly steals the puck. I don't have a sheet in front of me. I don't have anything really in front of me here, so I'm going to have a hard time kind of picking out who's who here. I don't have like one of the cool prep sheets that the announcers do, so I'll be lucky. Like, I know Connor McDavid's number. I don't know a lot of these guys' actual numbers, so we'll see. They're going to call that icing. No, icing waved off. Skinner thought it was going to be icing. He had his arm raised. No icing. Called by the ref. Edmonton. See, here's the thing. Florida beat the Rangers by out-physicaling them, but it almost looks like Edmonton's kind of, at least these last couple games anyway, and this is the start of this one, out-physicaling Florida a little bit here. And a little trickler on goal. We got some pushing and shoving. No fisticuffs. Ooh, Montour got a little bit of a hit here. What's going on? The referee's discussing. Is there going to be a thing here? Is there going to be a penalty? What do we got? Yes, there is a penalty. Edmonton Was he bleeding? Is it going to be a double minor? Oh, all I know is Florida is now on the power play. Nope, just a minor. 2 minutes. High sticking on Warren Fogle. 2 minutes. High sticking. Florida on a power play. This is Florida's chance. This is where you got to jump. This is where you have to jump here. You're on the power play. Get that power play goal. For the love of God, don't give up a shorthanded. That's been Edmonton's modus operandi. So this might actually be a good thing for Edmonton, the way you're thinking about it, because Edmonton always seems to be scoring a shorthanded goal against Florida. Florida, you cannot allow a shorthanded goal at all. Play smart. Puck possession. Get it in on goal. Skinner with the save. Minute 48 left on the power play for Florida. Damn, that's good coffee. That is good coffee. Florida wins the draw, but it goes all the way back to the neutral zone. Edmonton gets a bit of a break. Florida does play defense, though. God, see, that's the Edmonton on the shorthanded, man. You got it. You can't. If you're Florida, you cannot let that happen. Of all the games you can't let this happen, you've let it happen in all the other ones. Don't let it happen in this one. Is that Ekman Larson? He was an Oiler at one time. I believe, anyway. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Edmonton breaking up the pass in the middle. Florida does get it back, keeps possession in the zone. A little back and forth on the blue line there. Florida shot wide open, but he did not get the wood on the pass. Gets out of the zone. Edmonton clears. They have now possession deep in Florida's end. Big check on the boards. Kachuk now has possession here for Florida, bringing it up through the neutral zone. Florida changing on the fly here. Poked away by Edmonton. One-on-one. Shot blocked there by the Florida defenseman. Rodriguez now with the puck for Florida, trying to break it out of their zone, giving it off to Bennett. Bennett shoots it up the ice. Little dump and chase here for Florida, trying to get something done. 25 seconds left on the power play for the Panthers. Edmonton clears it, though. We are now below 20 seconds. Florida trying to get something going on this power play. Been able to get nothing on Edmonton here, which seems to be kind of the story so far when it comes to the Stanley Cup Finals in the Florida power play. And Edmonton shorthanded. And the power play is over for Florida. But they score! As the power play ends, Florida gets the first goal. They get number one. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that is what you needed. If you're Florida, that's what you needed. Just when it looked like, I got to tell you, when it was looking like that power play shorthanded thing was happening again, where Edmonton was not letting Florida get it. They had a couple of breakaway possibilities. Florida luckily played good defense, but Florida, Carter Verhaeghe gets the goal, second of the series, 11th goal of the entire playoffs for him. Big goal for Florida. Not a power play goal, happened right as the power play ended. But this is what we were talking about right before the game when I was trying to fill time when the game obviously didn't start until 8:30. Big goal for Florida. And now they can set the pace. Now they're the ones in the driver's seat. The last couple games, Edmonton was scoring for, that's a dangerous-ass pass right in front of Florida's net there. Don't want to do that. Big goal. They can set the pace now. Edmonton has to play from behind. Maybe they start looking to take some chances. If you're Florida, you got to be ready on defense. If you're Bobrovsky, shut her down. But if you're Florida, also you can't, like, you got to play good defense, but you can't sit back at all. If you sit back, sitting back is death. You can't do that. You're gonna have to keep attacking, but attack smart. You can't give Edmonton any breakaways. You can't give McDavid any breakaways. You can't give Nugent Hopkins any breakaways. Like, you can't. Florida, big turnover in the neutral zone for Edmonton. They're breaking in on Skinner. Good defense by Edmonton, breaking it up. Florida still with the puck, though, now deep behind the net. Little puck battle going on. Gets out to the front. Florida keeps it in the zone. Edmonton gains control. They do break it out into the neutral zone now. Florida has 3-2 advantage right now. Florida is 9-2 when scoring first here in these Stanley Cup playoffs. Thank you very much, ESPN, for that stat. As I'm sure you're watching the ESPN feed as well, along with me. 13:30 left here in the first period. Florida up 1-0. As I just mentioned, 3-2 in favor of Florida. They're dumping it back into the Edmonton zone. They get it deep, but Edmonton quickly moves it out. Breakaway for Edmonton. Score! The Edmonton Oilers answer right back. And we're back to a tied game. 1-1. Janmark. I don't know how to say his fucking name, but that's who scores. Edmonton gets it right back. They get it right back, and once again, tied up. We got a tied up game. 1-1 here in the first period. This is what I was talking about. You can't let them get behind you. You can't let them get a break. And, of course, what do? Just a couple minutes after scoring their own goal, and I was like, okay, Florida, make sure you play good defense. Make sure Bobrovsky shuts it down. You let Edmonton get a breakaway. And now here we are. 1-1. 13:02 left in the first period. Florida now breaking it right back down. Skinner with the save. Florida gets it out to the point. Shot from the point, bouncing around behind the net. I don't think that got on net. A little bit of a puck battle behind Skinner now. Florida breaks it out to the point. Big whiff on the point shot. They still get a bit of a shot in there. A little weak. Not great. Skinner's able to go ahead and get that out. Edmonton clears the zone. Florida tries to dump a chase back in there, changing. Edmonton has possession. They're moving it up the ice. That looks like that's going to be... Nope, no icing. They wave that off. And Florida looking to break it again. They don't. They dump and chase. Skinner behind the net. Has control of it. Ooh, puck's bouncing a little bit. Florida does have possession now right in front of the net. Shoot! Bouncing around. Does not get past Skinner. Edmonton shoots it all the way down the ice. That's an icing. 11:56 left here in the first period. Edmonton won. Florida won. Florida with the first goal of the game. Edmonton, no. Just about, 2-3 minutes later, right back in on them. They score 1-1. Interesting start to this game. This might be just a wide open game. Big shot, but saved by the Edmonton defense. Florida not able to get possession. Edmonton clears the zone. They break now into the Florida end. Edmonton still has possession down in the corner to the left of Bobrovsky. Florida has possession, bringing it down the ice. And we got a little more dump and chase into the Edmonton zone. A little dump and chase here, a little dump and chase there. Just guys dumping, guys chasing. You know how it goes. Sometimes you dump, sometimes you chase. I don't know what I'm saying. We got another icing here. Another break in the play. And they're going to go to commercial, I believe. So, there we are. Hell of a start. Hell of a start to the game. Oh, no, not commercial break. All right. I like that. Less commercials, more action. Let's go. Got a puck battle. Got down into the Edmonton end. Oh, big, nice puck battle. Nice puck battle. McDavid trying to act like a big guy there. I don't know. I don't think he's pushing anybody off the puck personally. Guy's a great talent, but he's not that. Ooh, Florida cycling around to the point. Shot does not make it through. Florida still has possession now, bringing it around behind the net. Edmonton. Oh, what a pickpocket steal by the Edmonton defense. But Florida keeps it in. Hell of a play on the point there by Florida. Not that it matters because teams are changing up. Edmonton has possession behind their own net now. They're going to calm it down. What do we got? We got 10-10 left here in the first period. Florida trying to wrap it around here on Skinner. Lost control of the puck behind the net. That's not going to do it. Edmonton is going to clear. No icing. Edmonton has possession. Looking for a little backup there. He's cycling around up to the point. Edmonton, big shot. Doesn't seem to get through to Bobrovsky. Florida tries to clear. They fail. Edmonton still has possession. Back and forth on the point. Big slap shot. Got deflected. That made it nowhere near Bobrovsky. It's in the corner. Edmonton regains possession. Cycling it around again. Shot from the slot. Does not get through to Bobrovsky. It doesn't look like it. Although it did. Oh, that registered as a shot. So that is a save by Bobrovsky. Oilers spent half a minute in the zone now. We're at 40 seconds they've been in this zone. Cycling around. Who's that? Draisaitl just skating it around there? Or is that Janmark again? Edmonton just controlling the puck. Bobrovsky finally gloves it. Holds on. Gets the whistle. Now we take a commercial break here. Little time to breathe. 9:09 left here in the first. Oilers won, Panthers won. I'm interested to see how the Panthers react here because you get that all important first goal and then you immediately give it up. So I don't know how much that counts. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how much that. Like you really didn't have a chance to sink in at to grab control of the game before Edmonton just snatched it right back, and now we're back to tie game. It's like it's 0-0 now anyway. So interested to see how Florida reacts to that. What do we got here? I got nothing to comment on as we're looking at the commercials here. So, man, how's everybody doing out there tonight on this Monday night? Last night of the hockey season. We got this going on. I think there's, what do we got? There's the College World Series is tonight too, right? Game 3. NHL Game 7 clearly takes precedent. I'm sorry, college baseball. That's just that's just how that is. Sorry. You got the Euros going on. You got Copa America going on. USA big win yesterday. Captain America there with that beautiful goal 3 minutes in. Honestly, USA should have won that like 8-0. The amount of goals that the U.S. should have had. That Bolivian goalie was fighting for his life. But hell of a job. I'll give him that. Hell of a job. But USA big win. Getting that big win against Bolivia. Germany winning in the Euros. I'm excited by that. Being of half German descent. So, Deutschland. Edmonton controlling the puck here in the Florida end. Florida breaks it out. They are now in the Edmonton end. Florida, big fake out shot from the point. Tries to do a little wrister from the side. Does not go through. Florida still has control, though, in the Edmonton end. Oh, nice shot out through the slot. Does not find its way home, though. Florida and Edmonton battling over in the corner to Skinner's right. Edmonton seems to have the puck for now, but Florida, again, back into it, and we got more puck battles in the corner. Edmonton now with the puck behind their own net. Calm it down. Teams changing up the lines. Shots are now 5-4, Florida, with the one-shot edge. But shots don't matter. It's what goals that matter. That's going to be an offsides on Edmonton. Get a quick shot of Kyle Oposo, former New York Islander and Buffalo Sabre. I remember him with the Islanders. And the face-off. Edmonton wins it. Goes all the way back to their zone. They'll go ahead, collect, and gather. 8 minutes left here in the first period. Ooh, puck is ping-ponging around here in the Florida zone. Around Bobrovsky. Does not get in. Florida clears the zone. Edmonton gets it right back in there, though. Florida gains control of the puck, though. They have possession, and they will now slow it down. And now they will go ahead and try to break it out of their own zone. Still behind Bobrovsky. Looks like teams are changing up lines here. They are just hanging out behind Bobrovsky there. Flicks it out past the neutral zone into Edmonton zone. Florida looking to try to keep possession in there. Edmonton still has it. It is now over in the corner to the right of Skinner. Florida fighting to get that puck in the zone. Does not. Edmonton breaks it out. They are now on a break. McDavid goes ahead, spins it back around, passes it off to the point. Edmonton right in the slot. Big shot. Misses. Edmonton still has possession. They are now in the corner, bringing it back out to the point. From the point, cycling it around. McDavid skating around to the slot, takes a shot. He does not. Does it stick break or no? He just whiffed on it. Now Florida trying to bring it in to Skinner. Edmonton still has control of it, though. Good defense there on Edmonton's part. More puck battles here in the corner. There's a Panther on the ice. What's going on here? Is Edmonton just trying to freeze the puck? Fresno aren't going to like that. Puck does get free, though, eventually. Gets kicked out to the corner. Florida has possession. They're now behind the net of Skinner, trying to cycle in around. They're going back around. Skinner. So pull a little principal or Superintendent Chalmers there. Just kind of Florida's. They didn't get any good cycle, I think, on that particular possession. It was just kind of going back and forth behind the net. They never had a real good possession on that one. Puck goes out of play. Did it get tipped? Or is that going to be a penalty? Boy, that slapper did not miss by much. And we're back to another commercial break here. So, I'm excited for the Devil season coming up. I am. I think we're. I mean, I like that we got Markstrom. I like that we have a goaltending, solid goaltending now. I think that was one of the biggest things that we were missing last year, outside of defense. But I was my whole point was, yes, the Devils were a more offensive team than a defensive team last year, clearly. And if you're going to be like that, like I get it. I would rather you have some good defense along with you too. But if you don't, you need a solid backstop that's going to go ahead and stand on his head sometimes and steal you some games. And that was the problem. The Devils had a lot of offensive firepower last year, but we were losing games 6-5, 6-4, 7-6. Like, we were scoring a lot, but we were just getting scored on a lot too. I think if we, yeah, we got rid of Ball, in the trade to get Markstrom. So we lose a young defenseman. Not that I think it was, I don't think it's earth shattering that we lost him. We'll see in a couple years. As it comes with trades, that's how it always is. Because again, Markstrom is old, so it's kind of this is like a 2-3 year kind of thing. I get it. But I think the Devils have the pieces in there offensively anyway. I think we have the pieces. If you get just a couple of defensive pieces and we have the solid goaltending, I think they can make a run. I think we make a good run. We were. I was excited. I thought we were going to do stuff this year, especially how we had ended the previous season. It was looking like the sky was the limit. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. But we'll see. 5:40 left here in the first period. Puck in the neutral zone. Florida has possession as we speak. They're trying to break on through into the Edmonton zone. Edmonton's defense says, nah! And clears it out. Edmonton now has possession in the Florida end. Quick, low-angle shot there on Bobrovsky. That is saved, kicked out, back into the neutral zone. Edmonton flying right now, though. The boys, as they say, are buzzing. Oh, bad giveaway by Florida right in front of the net. Edmonton has possession now. They're cycling it through. They did not have a chance to go ahead and capitalize on that. Puck bouncing around in front of Bobrovsky. He gloves it in the crease. And that's going to bring a halt to play. 5:02 left here in the first period. Edmonton now has the edge in the shots, 6-5. As I said, it seems like after that Florida goal, Edmonton started buzzing. They got their own goal, and now they seem to be more consistent, at least on the attack, from what I've seen here so far. Linesman getting ready to drop the puck here, and he doesn't. Kicks out the Edmonton center. We try the face-off again, and it is won by Edmonton. To the point, shot misses wide on Bobrovsky. Edmonton cycling it now below Bobrovsky, behind the goal line, still in the zone. Shot from the point, bounces off the end boards, in front, dangerous. But Florida grabs possession, throws it down the ice. Florida now has possession in the Edmonton zone, throws it to the point. Florida goes in, shoots, misses wide. Florida now cycling it behind the net. Skinner's left. Edmonton fighting for possession of the puck along the boards. Florida from the point. Quick little shot. Does not get all the way through to Skinner, I believe. We got players fighting. And what do we got? We got a hand pass. Hand pass they're calling on Florida. That's going to bring the face-off out into the neutral zone. 4:16 left. We're past 4:20. Don't smoke it. You got to wait until it stops exactly at 4:20 before you go ahead and light up. Those are the rules. I don't make the rules. You don't touch the cup if you don't win it, and if the clock doesn't stop exactly on 4:20, you can't toke up. That's just the rules. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I don't even know. You got to come in here saying where are you watching the game from? Do you know how to watch the game for free? No, I don't. I don't know how to watch the game for free. I'm watching it on ESPN. I'm here in the United States of America, New Jersey, to be specific. I don't know if that gave it away, or this. But yes, New Jersey, United States. Watching on ESPN. I wouldn't know of how you would be able to watch it for free. I'm sure you can go ahead and do a Google search, and there's plenty of options there. Reddit is a good place to go ahead and search. Back in the day when I was super poor and didn't have access to anything like this, I I mean, I'm still super poor. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm dirt poor. I have like $17 in my bank account. So I'm not saying like I'm basically piggybacking off of other people. But I have access to it. But there were times where I didn't have access to anything. And in those cases, like going to Reddit and going to other places and finding the places where you were able to go ahead and see some free streams. They're there. It's available. I remember back in the day, cast streams used to be a big one. I think they're gone now, unfortunately. VIP box used to be another one. They're gone. I think they're all virus now, so I don't think they're any of the VIP boxes. Those are gone. I know there are some. I don't want to mention them because either that'll hurt me or hurt them or anything like that. But again, you Google search or go on Reddit, you'll find it. So good luck, EK, there in the chat. Florida has possession there in their own zone. They're trying to break it out here. Edmonton does not get to keep possession. It's kind of bouncing up and up the stick shafts, though. That's going to be shaft. That's going to be an icing on Florida, though. Bring it right back to the zone. Oilers, after going 3 straight losses this season, happened 3 times. They're 8-0, 16-0, and 5-0 after those 3 straight losses. So they're looking to keep that going. Florida looking to change their luck. We are still at 1-1 here. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first period. Florida, big shot. Looks like it went over Skinner's shoulder. He's trying to go high side. Top 90, as they say in soccer. Florida still has possession. Out to the point. Big slapper. Blocked by number 93 there for Edmonton. Does not get all the way through. He seems to have a little problem there trying to control the puck. Puck's kind of bouncing around there. Could it be warm ice, bad ice? I don't know. But it seems to be bouncing a lot. Not staying on player sticks. Rolling up player sticks. That's seems to be the way it's going. Edmonton with the puck behind their own net. Pardon me. Under 3 minutes now. Edmonton breaking into Florida's zone. Crushing defense, though. Those are 4 people around them there. They did not get far. They now bring it past center ice. Dump and chase. They're going to go ahead and change lines. Edmonton try to break out quick. Gets away from him. Florida gets it back in their own zone. They're going to try to break it through the neutral zone yet again. Kind of just big back and forth here. Another puck battle along the boards. Florida possession. Big shot right in the slot. Does not get through. I don't know if he missed it or was blocked. I think it was a miss. Right in the slot, though. You got to be able to go ahead and put that away. Shot 6-6 right now. Tied just as the score is 1-1. We are under 2 minutes now here in the first period. Edmonton finally gets the puck out of their own end. They dump it into Florida's zone. They're looking to go ahead and get a change here. Florida cycling it around out of their zone. Again, a lot of problem trying to get a stick-to-stick pass here. Not getting a lot of tape-to-tape. The puck seems to be bouncing. Edmonton. It seems like a problem for everybody here. They're trying to break it out of their own zone, do a fast break, but the puck is not doing what they want, it appears. Right in front for Florida. Blocked by Skinner. That's going to be up into the mesh, and that's going to be a stoppage in play. Florida right there in front. Who is that? Kulikov. That's what I mean. Puck was bouncing. Just kind of got right in his wheelhouse. Oh no, it wasn't Kulikov. That was Kachuk. Sorry, I don't know why they were showing Kulikov on the last play. That was Kachuk right in front. He tried to lift it past. It looks like so. I don't think that's even off Skinner. So that's going to be coming out of the zone. Oh no, they're saying it did go off Skinner. Okay, all right. Sorry, I was wrong. Florida wins the face-off. They cycle it through. 1:11 left here in the first period. Oh, pucks bounce around in the slot. Florida Not able to do anything. Try to do a shot from a low angle. That gets blocked. Edmonton looking to go ahead and clear the zone. They cannot. Florida has it behind Skinner. Pass out front, right into the slot. Good defense. Oh, they get the shot off. It is blocked by Skinner. Florida still has control. Goes out to the point. Now back out behind him. Cross check to the back. No call by the official. They're letting the boys play here in Game 7. Trying to do a quick wraparound for Florida. Does not go through. Skinner with the save. Edmonton finally breaks out and clears the zone. We are 25 seconds away from the end of the first period. A lot of action happening right here at the end here. 17 seconds left. Edmonton has it. They're running. Oh, they don't clear the zone. Florida looking to make something happen. 10 seconds left. Puck is bouncing all around the Edmonton end. Skinner's got to keep his eyes wide open. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the first period of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals for 2024. The Edmonton Oilers won. The Florida Panthers won. Florida scored first. Edmonton scored not too long after that. I want to say about 2 minutes or so. They go ahead and score. That's all I'll say. Hell of a start. Hell of a start to this Game 7. We got 2 more periods, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe a little bit more. We'll see. Yeah, Mark Messier off my screen. I'm a Devils fan. Fuck Mark Messier. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Fuck Mark Messier. Fuck the Rangers, as a matter of fact. Anything to do with the Rangers, especially Mark Messier. Mr. Guarantee. I ain't guaranteed it. Kiss my ass. I think it's kind of funny because my wife is a Rangers fan. So, still, fuck the Rangers. Let's see. Let's see what's going on in, what's Twitter saying? What's Twitter saying about it all? Let's see what Twitter is saying about, old Game 7 here. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and, there we go. Okay, so we're just seeing some of this here. Okay. Looking here at this is a good stat by my good friend Chris Creamer, Canadian boy from sportslogo.net, one of the finest. That's how we actually first connected. We were big sports logo nerds. Met the guy 25 years ago, 26 years ago. Yeah, 97 is when I first met him online. I've never met him in person, but good guy. One of the few decent Canadians I know. He posts here, there are the 7 potential Stanley Cup clinchers for Canadian teams since the last time they won, which we mentioned was 1993, against the Los Angeles Kings. Vancouver lost Game 7 on June 14th, 1994 against the New York Rangers. Boo. Fuck the Rangers. The only time I ever rooted for a Canadian team was when they played against the Rangers. Then you had 2004. Calgary had a chance to clinch twice against Tampa. They lost in overtime 3-2, and they lost game, 7, 2-1. That was when Dave Andrewchuk won, lifted it up as captain of Tampa Bay's first. And Florida, the state of Florida's first Stanley Cup, all the way back there in 2004. That was the season before the lockout. Then the season after the lockout, you had Edmonton. These very Edmonton Oilers were in there. And they lost, what was that, Game 7, 3-1 to Carolina. And Carolina won their first Stanley Cup. Then you have Vancouver and Boston. We talked about that one where they lost 5-2, and then they lost 4-0 in that Game 7 and rioted like a bunch of jerks. And now here we are, June 24th, 24. And we'll see how this game goes. Does Edmonton break the curse? Do they finally, after 30 years, bring Lord Stanley back north of the border to the Great White North? Or does the Stanley Cup stay where it rightfully belongs? In the beautiful United States of America. In the Sunshine State, baby. We'll see. We'll see. We got 2 more periods. Maybe more to figure it out. You can go follow Chris Creamer, by the way, over at SportsLogosNet there on the X, the Twitter, what have you. And also you can go see over his website, sportslogos.net. Great stuff, great logo sources for the history of sports logos and things like that. Jägermeister commercial. Love Jaeger. So, yeah. Good stuff over there. Let's see. What else is everybody saying? Man, I got the sniffles. It sounds like I do cocaine or something, but I'm just got... gross. I don't know. Let's see. Anybody else? What do we got going on the twits here? Barstool talking about Charles Barkley there being at the game. Frank the Tank from Barstool is bitching about New Jersey Transit again. Rightfully. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this game. I'm excited to see how it goes. We still got lots going on here. It's in between periods. It's hard to come up with some stuff here, I know. Yeah, viewership's down. That's fine. Let me see. Maybe I will grab myself something to drink. Take a little break here for a second. Wait for the second period to start. Let me bring this up. Hold on. Let me go back to my studio mode here. And let me look at... Where's my stream standby? Let me copy that. Over here and let's try this. I'm gonna take a quick little break here. I'm gonna jump right back on here once we get to the second period and see what we got. Be right back. And now I'm off mute. There we go. Now we're back. Here, just in time for the second period to start. Here we go. Edmonton wins the faceoff, and they're right down in the Florida end. Don't get a great shot, but they're there. All right. Florida, they get a shot in. They're on Skinner. He stops it, saves, freezes the puck, and there we are. Right in the gut. Saved it right in the gut. Hi, wife. Love you. That was my wife. My wife. Florida, man, they are buzzing right here in the beginning of the second period. Down there at Edmonton's end in the corner, trying to get it on Skinner. Does not go through. Edmonton clears the zone. They are now down into Florida's end. Over to Bobrovsky's right. Nothing out of it, though. Florida breaks out. They say that's onside. Florida gets a shot on from the left circle. Blocked by Skinner. It's over into the corner. We got a little bit of a puck battle. 2-on-2 here. Florida and Edmonton. They are fighting back there. Puck is... It's there. It's there. It's not frozen. Edmonton comes up with it. And they are going to break out of their own end. Little floater pass. Ends up not into the zone. Edmonton has to try to touch it up. Florida gets possession. Both teams changing their lines. We are a minute and a half here into the second period. Florida seems to be buzzing right here in the beginning of the second. Kind of picking up where they left off at the end of the first. Edmonton had a lot of control after their goal. It seemed like they were the more fast team. Had some better chances there. Florida at the end of the period started buzzing around the net. They got some stuff. Edmonton shot from the point. That's going to be no good. Edmonton, gets in on Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky with the save. That was McDavid with the shot, backhanded shot. Bobrovsky did the shot. Edmonton again, another shot, but that's blocked in front by Florida. Again, puck's just kind of floating around there. Finally, it does clear the zone. Edmonton was still offsides. Florida goes ahead, tries to clear it. It goes into the bench. Where is that gonna? Is that gonna be in the neutral zone? Or is that gonna be in Florida's end? I'm not quite sure. That'll be up to the linesman. Emily Kaplan here talking to us here on ESPN. I don't know. It was in a neutral zone face-off. Edmonton wins it back into their own end. They're looking for possession. Florida, though, fighting for it, keeping it in the Edmonton end. Do they get possession? No. It gets knocked out into the neutral zone, into Florida's end. But Florida has possession, and they're going to try to collect it and move out. They have a bit of a break here. Not really. Gets behind Skinner. Lose possession. Edmonton now bringing it out into the neutral zone. Florida stops them from breaking into their zone, though. They tried to knock it out. Edmonton sends it back into the Florida zone. Nobody has any real possession here. Florida finally has possession. Breaking it out. Breaking through the neutral zone. They are into the Edmonton's end. Shot on Skinner. Low angle shot. But saved by Skinner. Florida keeping possession. Oh! He lost a blade. He lost an edge there. Are they going to say it's tripping? They're going to say they trip. What do we got here? They're calling Tkachuk, who fell for the tripping on Edmonton? Okay. Let's see here. Tkachuk fell. He slid in, hit the Edmonton player when he lost his edge, And they're going to call that tripping? That's a funky fucking call. Of all the calls to call or not call in the Stanley Cup Final Game 7, that's the one you decide to call? That's a little fucking weird. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Doesn't matter, though. Can't argue it. Edmonton on the power play. In Florida's zone. They clearly have the puck there, cycling it through. Gets out back up to the point. Big shot from Edmonton. Somebody broke a stick. That's on Florida's end there. 42. He broke his stick there. So now Florida has 4 men, but only 3 have sticks. Edmonton still cycling it through. Top of the circle. Now down below the net into the corner. Back up to the circle. To the top of the slot. Shot by Edmonton. No! Goes wide. Just trickles wide. Florida trying like hell there in the corner to get possession of the puck to get it out of the zone. They cannot, though. Edmonton still possession. Still cycling the puck. Florida still has only 3 players on the ice with a stick. Edmonton just toying with Florida at this point. McDavid from the point. Down into the slot. Shot. Missed. Florida cannot clear it because the player doesn't have a stick, so he couldn't clear it. Edmonton still cycling it through. Back to the point. 40 seconds left in the power play. McDavid skating down now behind the net. Kicks it out front. Bobrovsky with the save. Freezes the puck. Play is halted. Florida's going to be able to go ahead, change their lines, get 4 people out there with a stick. From what I understand, that's pretty good to have. You want to have more people with a stick than people who don't have a stick. Hell of a good job by the penalty kill there for Florida in a really bad situation. 35 seconds left on the power play for Edmonton. Center gets kicked out. Who's that? Draisaitl? Maybe Connor McDavid now comes into the face-off circle. Florida wins the face-off. They clear the zone. 27 seconds left on the power play for Edmonton. They gather it in their own end. They're skating up. Cycling it back. Trying to break into the zone. Get a fast break. They get it now cycling up towards the point. Looking around. Passing it down low. Shot. Does not get through on Bobrovsky. 5 seconds left on the power play. Edmonton skating around. Buzzing. Shot. Big shot. Save Bobrovsky. End of the power play. That is that. And we are back to full strength. Big penalty kill there by Florida. Big penalty kill. They needed that desperately. That's a big confidence boost. I think if you're Florida, first of all, I think it was a bad call. I don't know how you call that tripping. He lost an edge, fell, and was barreling towards the board. Like, I don't know. Maybe just me. Maybe it's an old school thing. I don't know. I think it's a common sense thing. I don't see how that was tripping. But neither here or there. We're all past it. Power play is over. Shots are 11-10 Florida now. 14-31 here, in case you want to know where we are, if you want to kind of sync up here. 14-31 left here in the second. Face off in the neutral zone. Florida wins it. They gain control as they go ahead and kind of regroup here, looking to make a fast break. And they kind of do. They're in Edmonton zone. Lose the puck right there, though, and Edmonton's going to go ahead and bring it out. I'll give Florida credit. They're actually, they're trying to get set offense here. They're trying to get, something going. They're not just. It seemed like in the first period there was a little bit more dump and chase. This period seems to be a little bit more concerted effort of set plays, getting it into the zone. We do have an icing here though on Florida. Just as I'm sitting here trying to praise them, they go ahead and do that. So whatever. Oh, they take away a shot? I thought it was 11-10. It's 11-9 Florida on shots now. Either way, Florida wins that face-off in their own end. They bring it down, but that's going to be another icing. So that gets away from them. Whoops. Edmonton wins this face-off now in Florida's zone after that icing. Bobrovsky covers it up. There's a bad angle shot there from Edmonton and Mr. McDavid. McJesus, as those people who do love to call him that. Oh, man, I'm out of coffee. Don't you hate that? Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. Let's take a look at the Twits. Anything going on there? There are people talking to me on there. Don't talk to me. There's hockey on. Don't talk to me. Don't tweet at me. Well, no, I do want you to tweet at us. Again, you go tweet at us at ST Sports Podcast. That's on Instagram and on Twitter, or X, if you will. You can follow your good friend Jimbo over at Jimbo ST Sports. And you can follow myself at King_ST Sports over there on those social media platforms. I believe is how you would say that. Seems like the consensus on Twitter is that tripping call was a bit of the bullshit, which is what I kind of told you. So, in case you were wondering, it's a bit of the bullshit. I'm sure if you're an Edmonton fan, you thought that the tripping was fine. That's a great call. Good call. Anybody who's not an Edmonton fan though, seems to know that was a bit of the bullshit. That was a bit of the bullshit. Just a bit. Just a smidge. A smidge of the bullshit. We're coming back here, though. Anything else going on? Let's go. What else is going on in the rest of the sports world? All this is happening. Lakers introduced JJ Redick as their coach. Congratulations. I don't like the Lakers. So I don't like basketball, to tell you the truth. Really, I'm not a big NBA guy. College basketball, sure, but not a big NBA guy. 13:40 left here in the second period. Edmonton into Florida zone. There's still a broken stick on the ice there. That puck going to the bench or into the crowd. Either way, going to have another face-off. Where's this face? Is it going to be out of the zone or in the zone? Looks like it's going to be in the zone. They're saying it went off Florida. That's what I mean. He lost his edge. They're showing the clip again of the tripping call. He lost his edge, fell into the boards. The Oiler tried to skate over him and fell, and they called Tkachuk for the tripping. That's a questionable call in like game 27 of the season, let alone game 7 of the Stanley Cup final. That's all I'm saying. Edmonton wins the faceoff. They try to get a quick shot on Bobrovsky. Does not go in, but they maintain possession. Not for long, though. Florida does break it out into the neutral zone. Shot from outside the zone on Skinner. He had to make a save on that. Edmonton, no. Now have it breaking out of their zone. Quick shot there on Bobrovsky. It does not get through, though. Edmonton has possession to the left corner of Bobrovsky, but gets pickpocketed there by Florida as they now skate down all the way into the Edmonton zone. Ever since that penalty, it seems like the ice is kind of tilted a little bit more towards Edmonton again. Quick shot by Florida on Skinner. He does make the save, though. Freezes the puck, and we got a stoppage in play. It almost seems like it's a little bit like the first period was. Florida came out fast. At least in the first period, they were able to get a goal. They weren't here, but like in the second period too, they came out fast, got a lot of pressure. Now it's like here in the middle part of the period, Edmonton is starting to get more pressure. They're starting to skate a little bit faster. They're starting to get a little bit more of the buzz to them. So I'm interested. I'm interested to see how this goes. Is this kind of the pattern here? We're going to have where Florida starts the period well and ends the period well, but Edmonton kind of controls the middle parts of these periods. I just realized I never changed the period number here. Edmonton keeping it around here in the Florida zone. Still has possession. Still cycling it around here. Florida not able to get it out of their end. Again, this is reminding me so much of the first period that we had here. Edmonton just holding on to possession. They've got 50 seconds already in the Florida zone. Florida unable to get rid of it. Clear the zone, make any attack on their own. They got possession here now again, but Edmonton's able to keep it into the zone, not cleared by Florida. Well over a minute now. Now again, we're at a minute 12, minute 13 here. Edmonton has it in the zone, cycling it through. Florida unable to change any of their players. They are tired. Edmonton player here. Who's that? McDavid. He blows a tire. He's got to get those edges sharpened. Edmonton still fighting behind the net. They still have possession. Florida's shift out there has been out there for a minute and 38 seconds. Bobrovsky with the glove freezes the puck. They're finally able to get a break and change. My God. Edmonton. With all of that, Florida still holds the shot edge, 13-12. Good for them. .10:48, by the way, in case you wanted to know where you were. Want to sync up here? And we got the face-off. Florida wins the face-off. They are skating it out of their zone, finally. My God. Gets down in behind Skinner. Got a bit of a puck battle. Florida gets it. Kicks it out to the point. Shot out to the point. That's a little bit wide of Skinner. Florida still hoping to get possession. Fighting back and forth. Nope. That's going to be Edmonton's puck. They are skating out of the zone. Setting it up. Setting it up at the point. Right over the point. But the puck goes ahead and skips over another stick. It seems like as we get deeper into these periods, that puck is bouncing a little bit. Is that the Florida ice? Is it a little warm? A little choppy? It seems to be. Like if you want those crisp passes, you want that kind of crisp, set plays and things like that, beginning of the period is when you're going to have to do that. Once you get to this 10-minute, halfway through the period, With this way this ice is, it seems like it's just going to be a little bit too choppy. Florida. Oh! Out in the slot, but nobody there to go ahead and put it home. Goes all the way out to the point. Florida still has it now behind Skinner in the Edmonton net. Again, trying to hold on to it, do something fancy with the puck, loses control of the puck. Edmonton gains it. They get it out of the zone. They are now breaking the Florida zones. They dump it deep. A little bit of a dump and chase situation here, but Florida gets it. They had to pass the red line. Now they dump it into the Edmonton zone. And are they able to... Whoa! No call. No penalty call there whatsoever. Kachuk gets a penalty call for tripping, but that gets no call. Just saying. A little weird. Puck is now back into Edmonton's zone. Florida fighting for possession. Harassed by that Edmonton defense. Florida brings it out to the point, cycles it back down below the goal line. Florida look for anybody to throw to pass it to try to get it. Can't get it. Oh, here they go. Skating up onto Skinner. Shot does not make it through. Puck now behind Edmonton's net. Edmonton has control of the puck, and they're going to skate it out of the zone. 8:29 left here in the second period. Game 7, Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers. Looks like Florida heard me talking about them not being able to do too much in the middle parts of the period, and they're starting to put a little bit more pressure here on Edmonton, which they desperately needed to do. Icing waved off as Edmonton cleared the zone, but they had a player down there, so beats the icing call. Edmonton now has the puck in Florida zone, cycling it through up to the point, shot down wide of the net. Does not make it. Edmonton still has control of the puck, still cycling it through. Edmonton's very good at this. Keeping the puck moving, keeping the defense on its toes, able to cycle the puck, keep possession. Edmonton is fantastic at possession here. Amazing. Getting open space. Shot by Edmonton, saved by Bobrovsky. That came from high up in the slot, but still made it all the way through. Again, Edmonton holding possession, cycling it through. Again, we're going to have a long shift here in Florida's end. We're already at 55 seconds in Florida's end here for Edmonton. Still have control. Florida cannot clear it. Finally, Florida clears the puck. But Edmonton gets it right back before Florida can even change because they got the long change. So Florida cleared the puck, but they still haven't been able to change any of their line. There's a broken stick on the ice. Still, how many sticks are breaking in this fucking game? Florida now finally does break the zone. They finally get some time where they can go ahead and get a change. They're cycling it now through Edmonton's zone behind the goal line there. That gets kicked out towards Skinner's left. And it's out of the zone. So there we go. .602, 6:01, 6 minutes left here in the second period. Shots are 15-13 Florida. Game tied 1-1. McDavid breaking into the zone, does a shot that is blocked by the Florida defense. A couple of rebound opportunities, does not get through. Florida, again, there's still another broken stick on the ice. I don't know how they haven't cleared that yet. And again, the puck seems to be bouncing a bit. Nobody's able to go ahead and get real good control of that puck. No good real passes. Bouncing puck in front of Skinner. No, it's over in the corner. It is over to the corner in his right. Edmonton having control. Man, a lot of players falling too. A lot of edges not cutting in. I've got to say, it's probably bad ice. It's warm. I mean, it's been warm here in the Northeast anyway, so I can't imagine Florida's any cooler. Plus, you got a building full of people. It's probably warm as shit in there. Oh, the puck goes behind Bobrovsky, but it does not go in the net. It gets cleared by the defense. Holy shit. That was almost 2-1 Edmonton. Now Florida shoots and they score on the counterattack. In a span of 10 seconds, it went from possibly being 2-1 Edmonton to now being 2-1 Florida. Unbelievable series of events right there. Holy Toledo. My goodness. Wow. That puck bounced, squeezed, jumped over Bobrovsky's pad, was sitting there open with an open, gaping maw of a net. And then the Florida Panther defenseman kind of fell into it. It didn't even look like he had control as he fell. Like, if his stick would have been at a different angle as he fell, that was going to go into the net. Like, it literally was that close. And then immediately upon that counterattack, Florida breaks all the way down, scores a goal, and in the span of 10 seconds, we go from possibly being 2-1 Edmonton to being 2-1 Florida with 4:49 left here in the second period. God, I love hockey. God, I love the Stanley Cup. There's nothing like this. There is absolutely nothing like this. Florida again with the puck, again jumping into the zone. They're flying. Now they're looking. They're going to look for the kill shot here. They're looking for the kill shot. They keep it in the zone. They're cycling it back down behind Skinner. 4:14 left. Edmonton finally has possession, and they will break it out of the zone into the neutral zone, but Florida gets it right back. Now Edmonton gets it right back. It's kind of bouncing, ping-ponging. Again, like I said, that puck is a bit of a bouncy puck here. Florida gets it, tries to make it through the neutral zone, but that's going to be an icing on Florida and bring it all the way back to their end. 3:59 left here in the second. Insanity that you go from, in a 10-second span, this close to being an Edmonton goal, from an own goal there from Florida because of the way it was kind of bouncing. And that actually being the catalyst that broke Florida out into the other zone, and they will go ahead and take the go-ahead goal there. Hockey's awesome. Hockey is so amazing. I love this fucking sport. It's the best. Edmonton breaking it all the way into Florida zone, takes a shot. That is going to be out of play. Florida needs to buckle down here now and also go for the kill shot. You have to go for the kill shot. You can't let Edmonton try and tie this up again. Try to at least get a 2-goal lead. 2-goal leads are the worst in hockey. Fine, and get fucking 3 goals if you have to. If you don't like having a 2-goal lead, get 3. But get some more. You like having one here. We already saw Edmonton can strike like that. You want to get it now. There's Sammy Reinhart with the snipe there. My God. Well, I love this fucking sport. Oh, I love hockey. By the way, if you do want to go ahead and... we have a merch shop here at Stay Tuned Sports, by the way. Don't know if you know about that. Well, they're doing a commercial. We could do a commercial, too. You want to go to stay-tuned-sports-merch www.printify.me. I know it's kind of long. I had a Bitly one, but apparently it got stolen by somebody else that did an STS thing too, so I got to go try to fix that. But anyway, no matter how it goes, you go to stay-tuned-sports-merch.printify.com or .me. Sorry, see, even I'm fucking up the whole thing. Go check out some of our merch. Just started the merch store. We got a couple things in there. Some, alternate NFL team looks already. Some fantasy team things in there. You got the fighting pints and things like that. So go ahead, take a look, see if you like anything, and if you like it, buy it. Also, you can go help donate for us over at buymeacoffee.com/StayTunedSports. That'd be nice. We got about 3:07 left here in the second period. Florida has possession. They're looking to go ahead and break it out. That's going to be waved off icing. Edmonton now has possession in their own end, and they're going to try to break it out and tie the game up. But they don't get to because Florida gets the possession of the puck, and they throw it back out to the neutral zone. And then Edmonton kicks it right back. And then they beat the icing call. Oh, big pass goes right through the slot, and nobody picks it up for Edmonton, though. They still have possession, though. They're cycling it now from the top of the point. Blocked, bounces out of the zone. Edmonton has to clear the zone, so Florida gets possession, and they are going to try to bring it out now. They shoot it down the ice. No icing. That gets waved off. It's bouncing around here. Edmonton gets a big hit in the Edmonton zone. Florida retains possession, and they shoot it back down deep into the Florida end. In Edmonton end, sorry. Not that it matters because Edmonton kicks it right back out. Minute 57 left here in the second period. Florida trying to do a little bit of a dump and chase. Doesn't really work. Edmonton gets possession, and now they break it right back out. Is Edmonton changing players? I don't know what's going on there because they try to do a dump and chase. A lot of dump and chasing going on right now. You can't do that. Oh, Edmonton steals Florida's clearing attempt. Never got a good shot off, though. Never got a real good offensive opportunity. Florida breaks it out. Now Florida breaking it into the Edmonton zone. To the point shot. And that's going to be a glove save by Skinner. Play is stopped. 1:24 left here in the second period. 2-1. Florida holds the lead here in Game 7. Hold on to your butts, folks. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. I'm interested to see how the rest of this is going to go. I'm interested to see how the rest of this is going to go. I'm glad to see that Florida is not laying back, that they didn't immediately give up a goal to Edmonton, and that they are keeping up some of the pressure. Now, Edmonton, of course, they're ridiculously talented, so they're going to get their opportunities. You got to be able to stop them. You got to be able to at least put up some kind of resistance. You can't let them get breakaways, like on how they got their first goal of the game. It seems like Florida's doing a better job of that. So I'm interested to see how the rest of this plays out. If Florida's able to go ahead and keep that up, keep the pressure, keep that offensive pressure, but also defensively keep Edmonton in check as much as you can. Don't let them get breakaways, because that's what's going to kill you. But also, like, it's that thing, like, you can't, like, as they say in soccer, you can't park the bus. If you park the bus, that's death. Safe as death. You're going to die. Especially with this Edmonton team. They're going to murder you. Like, you can't. Man, how far behind is the stream? The stream seems like it's a little far behind. I'm looking at the stream now, like, it's not even... The second goal hasn't even been put up yet. That's just the way I'm looking at it right now. Never watch your own stream. Anyway, minute 24. We are back to live action here. Face off in Edmonton zone, and Edmonton wins it, and they clear the puck all the way down to Florida's end, and they Did they beat the icing? Or they I thought he beat that icing. They're gonna call that icing, but I thought he beat that. I'm just saying. I thought he beat that. Face off in Edmonton zone, and Edmonton wins it. They again flip it out all the way down, but Florida's there to go ahead and pick it up in their own end. They try to break it out back into the Edmonton zone. Down in front, Florida keeps possession at Edmonton's end. They are now behind Skinner. Puck battle going on. 3-on-2 there. Edmonton has more men, so they end up with the puck, and they look to break out of their own end. We are under a minute left here to play. 47.7 seconds left, but that is going to be an offsides on the Edmonton Oilers, and the faceoff will come out of the zone. As I mentioned, 47.7 seconds left. Face off out of the zone, and looks like Florida wins it, but it bounces around. Edmonton's able to go ahead and throw it back into Florida's zone. It's behind the net. We've got a puck battle. Edmonton looks to get possession. Florida breaks out with it, though. Now they are skating down the end, looking to set it up. Some kind of offensive play there. Again, puck bouncing, bad ice, not working. McDavid breaking down the right side. Gets stopped, though. This is what I'm saying. This is where Florida has to put up some of that resistance. You can't let them get breakaways, and they didn't. They put up resistance. They stopped them. 8 seconds left. Puck breaks down all the way to Edmonton's end. That's going to be a icing with 6.2 seconds left here in the second period. .2 seconds. Face off in Florida zone. Florida wins that. 1 second and 0. End of the second period. We are 2/3 of the way through. Ooh, little words there with McDavid and a couple of the Panthers. Florida up 2-1 here at the end of the second. It's going to be all for all the marbles here now. 20 minutes left. Right now, as it stands, between the Florida Panthers and their first ever Lord Stanley's Cup. Edmonton looking for what would be their 6th Stanley Cup. And they're going to have to go ahead and come from behind. Florida, again, what I said to kind of start off with was, I after they scored that goal, I said what they had to do was maintain the pressure. You have to maintain the pressure, and you have to have some semblance of defense. You can't let them break out. You can't let them have breakaways. You can't let McDavid have those kind of opportunities. And it looks like, at least for now, they've been following that kind of path. So we'll see. We'll see. We have what do we got? Let me put this down there a little bit. We have like I said, we got 20 minutes left potentially. Could be more. It depends on what happens here in this third period. But we have a little bit more time. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to take an intermission break here during the intermission. Makes sense. Give my voice a little bit of a break. Got a couple more drinks of water. Maybe I'll make some more coffee. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that. You know? Nice little late night coffee, a little late night Stanley Cup coffee. You know what I'm saying? A little Stanley Cup coffee. It's not bad. It's pretty good. See you guys here for the third. everybody. We're getting ready for the third period here of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Florida currently leading 2-1 over the Edmonton Oilers. And before we go any further, not exactly breaking news, because this apparently happened 2 hours ago. But there was a trade between Boston and Ottawa, where Boston receives goaltender Jonas Korpisalo, forward Mark Kastelik, and a 2024 first-round draft pick. And Ottawa receives Linus Ullmark. So Boston gets rid of Ullmark. They send him up to Ottawa. Ottawa gets a pretty good goddamn goaltender, if I do say so myself. Ottawa trying to do some kind of rebuilding there. So good for them. And I certainly hope that, that works out there. Boston gets a lot for him. How that works out, you never know. You never know how these trades work out. So, but that is something that's going on in the hockey world here, other than Game 7 here of the Stanley Cup. But we're getting ready. You're going to love that Instagram loudness here. That's where we found that on, at least for me anyway. I found it on the old Instagram. Just kind of searching here for the, as we're waiting for the third period to go ahead and start. Lord Stanley getting shined up. Third period. We're gonna say he's out of the case tonight, one way or the other. He's not, He was, he's been making a lot of travel. He's gone back and forth. He's been out of the case, and they got to put him back in the case. He's been out of the case, got to put him back in the case. Tonight, he's coming out of the case, one way or the other. Yeah, just killing time. I know I should be saying more here. Sorry about that. Sorry, just looking to see if there's any more news, any more hockey stuff, any more things going on in the sports world while we're doing this. But there's not. Face-off has happened. We are here. Third period. Game 7. Stanley Cup Finals has happened. Here we go. Florida, again, starting the period off here fast. Getting a couple shots in here on Skinner. Again, back to the front. So another broken stick here. So there's more just carbon fiber on the ice. Florida still has the puck. They are cycling it through here. Edmonton zone. Shot in front. Nobody there. Bounces around. Edmonton gets it. They clear the zone. 19-16 left here. Just started the third period. Florida trying to get possession of the puck in the neutral zone. They don't. Gets back to Edmonton's zone, but it's Edmonton's possession. Shots are 17-15 Florida here as we start the third period. Puck deep into the Florida zone in the corner. Edmonton looking to cycle it around. Shot from the point. Puck is still loose. Edmonton still maintains possession out to the point. They don't take a shot. I don't know who that was, but he tried to go in deep, did a pass, stolen by Florida. Crisis averted for now for the Panthers. Edmonton with a great chance, nothing to show for it though. Puck is back out into the neutral zone. Players slipping and sliding all over the place here. Puck is bouncing. Players are bouncing. It's mass hysteria. Oh, Florida. Wide open chance. Shot a little wide. Again, more players on the ice. Players on the ice, and the puck is bouncing. And we've got 18 minutes left, and it's pandemonium. I love it. Oh, it's great. This is fantastic. Edmonton gets the puck there, chucking it back down into Florida zone. They're going to look ahead to try to get possession, start cycling it through. It's a big puck battle there behind the goal line. Puck is still bouncing around. Bouncing is the operative word here. It's just it seems like it's a bouncy ice, bouncy puck. Warm down there in Florida. Well, warm everywhere here in the East. I'm in Jersey. It's been warm. Although today was nice. Today was very windy, like 78. It was very nice. Edmonton with the puck, shooting it down deep. They can't get it in on Bobrovsky, though. Puck goes back into Edmonton zone. Edmonton has possession. Boy, they did. It's still bouncing around, though, now behind the net. Florida cycling it down. They have possession now behind the net here. But that is quickly lost. Edmonton clears the zone. It is trickling down Florida's end, but icing is waved off. Does not make it to the goal line. Florida has possession, though. They're breaking it out of the zone. Pass up to the blue line. Now into Florida zone. Into Edmonton zone. Pardon me. Florida with possession, though. Oh! Gets pickpocketed. Edmonton can't make anything of it, though. Ooh! There's a player down for Florida. It looks like that might be a high stick. Did he draw blood? He's hoping he did. He's trying to squeeze that blood out of there. He's rubbing. He's rubbing like hell. Please bleed. Please bleed. Look at it. There's red. He's trying to go to the ref. He's like, look at there's red. Look at it. Look at it. I'm bleeding. There's juice. There's juice. I got color. Who's going to the box, though, for Edmonton, though? Looks like it's only going to be a 2. Ooh, right to the dome. That's a high stick. It is indeed only 2 minutes here. So we got a Florida power play. Again, if I'm Florida, be wary of the shorthanded opportunities that you're giving Edmonton. You don't want them to do that. But Florida, you have a chance here to really grab control of the game. They get a shot on goal. Skinner goes ahead, freezes the puck, though. So that's going to be a whistle. And the face-off will come to his left. Emmy Kaplan talking to us here on the ABC feed. If you're watching along with us, thank you very much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports for this watch-along of Game 7. 16:25 left in the period as the clock keeps on ticking. Florida has 1:43 left on the power play. They are in their own end, cycling it through, looking to go ahead and set up a power play opportunity here for themselves. They get the puck deep into the Edmonton end. A little bit of a puck battle here going on behind Skinner. However, it gets broken free by Edmonton, and they will clear the zone. 1:21 left on the power play for Florida, as they go ahead and take it from behind Bobrovsky. Looking again to set up something on this power play. They just dump and chase here. Puck is bouncing around. Edmonton has it, and they got a break. This is what you had to watch out for. With these shorthanded opportunities, you can't let them do that. But now Florida gets a fast break here. Good defense back checking there, though, by Edmonton. Florida, though, with the puck behind Skinner. 44 seconds left on the power play. Florida shot from the top of the circle. That did not make it anywhere near Skinner. Now Florida again. Puck behind the net. Cycling it through. Up by the circle. Shot! Miss wide. Back now to the point. Florida cycling it through all the way back around to the left circle. Left point now. Florida back down to the left circle. Right circle. Whiffed on the shot. One-timer missed. 14 seconds left on the power play. Puck battle going on the left side of Skinner. Right side of Skinner, sorry. Oh! Bouncing puck in front of Skinner! Does not get in. He covers up. Frozen puck. 4 seconds left on the power play. That was dangerous for Edmonton. That was right there. Again, bouncing puck. Real bouncy rubber there in Florida. Bouncy rubber, bouncy ice. That was a close one. That was a close one for Edmonton. 4 seconds left, like I said, on the power play for Florida. Penalty kill for Edmonton. Face-off is coming to Skinner's right. Florida wins it up to the point. 2 seconds. 1 second on the power play. Power play is over. Edmonton has it, and they will clear the zone. Edmonton has killed 48 of the last 49 of their penalty kills. Not bad. As my refrigerator goes off and starts making a shit ton of noise. What are you going to do? It's 10:21. Even the fridge got to go work. $14.15 if you're following along here. You want to go ahead and sync up. $14.15 left here. How am I watching the game? I'm watching the game on ABC. Or ESPN. You can do either one. If you're watching online, you can watch through ESPN. If you go ahead and have the app, go ahead, watch that. Or you can find any of the plethora of less than legal streaming sites. If you go ahead and, you do a couple Google searches, you go ahead and search on Reddit. I'm sure you'll be able to find some places. You go ahead and do that, Mr. Blocks Fruits. But weird name. I'll give you that. Weird name. Florida has the puck behind Edmonton's net there. They're looking around. Can't get anything set up, though. 13:47 left here in the third period. Florida up 2-1. Edmonton not able to get anything going so far in this period. They're trying to go ahead and break in the zone. They can't do that. They are now back all the way in their end, looking to regroup. Got some line changes going on for both teams. Edmonton again trying to skate out, and that Florida defense has stopped them. Florida can't get it past the neutral zone, though, and Edmonton gets it right back into Florida's zone. But Florida, again, immediately is able to go ahead and clear that puck. Edmonton not getting any sort of pressure or threat here on Bobrovsky and the Panthers. Again, Edmonton throws it into the zone. Again, Florida clears. Now Edmonton has the puck again. Shot from way high on the blue line there, and that's an easy glove save there for Bobrovsky. 12:52 left here in the third. Time's a-ticking. Time is a-ticking for the old Edmonton Oilers. For all of Canada, apparently, as they are rooting like hell, except for Calgary, clearly. But all of Canada has all their hopes there on the Oilers. As I know, I could tell from my buddy Chris Creamer there from sportslogos.net. He's from Toronto, the Toronto area. He's a big Leafs fan, but apparently it's, unless you're a Calgary Flames fan, you're rooting for Edmonton if you're part of the Great White North. And, time's running out. You're looking at 31 years now, 31 seasons without Canada, a Canadian team having grabbed it. Well, most teams have Canadian players on. We get it. We're talking about the franchises. Like, you guys get so caught up in it. Like, the Canadians are always about, we're going to have a Canadian team win. And then when a Canadian team doesn't win, it's like, your teams have all Canadian players on it. So really, if you think about it, stop it. If that was the case, if all that mattered, then it wouldn't matter if a Canadian team won or not. But it does. Clearly it does. So, if that matters to you, it matters to me. So that's kind of why I'm kind of still rooting here and going for the Americans. I want an American team to win again and keep that streak alive, keep that streak going of 30 plus years of a Canadian team not winning the Stanley Cup. Is it petty? I don't know. I just don't like Canada. Real bouncy ice there, though. I'll say that. playing hockey in deep South Florida at the end of June, almost July, you're not going to have the best ice. I mean, that just is what it is. Face off in Florida zone. Edmonton wins it. Pass to nobody there, but they get the puck again behind Bobrovsky. Cycle it out to the point. Edmonton shoots, and that's an easy glove save for Bobrovsky. Shots are 19-16 here for Florida. And we're going to have another faceoff. This is to Bobrovsky's right, just as the last one was. And the guys jumped the gun there. Sure, everybody's just going to yell, drop the puck, like I do. That game's just drop the goddamn puck. Edmonton wins that particular face-off. They were getting possession behind the net. They were looking to cycle around. McDavid spending a lot of time on the ice now. But Florida is able to go ahead and clear the zone. No icing. The puck does not make it all the way down the ice. But Edmonton gets... Oh, there's somebody on the ground. Is that going to be a penalty? No. No call. Just they're saying he fell. Okay. And puck is in the bench, and they're going to say face-off in the Panthers zone. They're saying it went off the Panthers. So... Florida wins that faceoff. They go ahead, get it out of their zone. They clear it. Now it is deep into Edmonton's. And behind the goal line, Edmonton does get possession, though, and they start breaking it out. They're now trying to break into Florida's zone. Man, they got some speed, man. Edmonton has speed. They are a fast team. But Florida's able to go ahead and clear. Is that going to make it all the way down the ice? It is. That's going to be an icing, and that brings it all the way back down. Is this how Florida's going to do it? Florida's going to try to just slowly eat clock? Are they going to try to slowly just not give Edmonton anything, but even if it takes icings and kind of just really kind of clogging up, slowing up the pace of play here? I mean, that's one way to do it. Again, like I said, I don't. With only a 1-goal lead, I'm not sure about the whole parking the bus situation. But, again, you can't let Edmonton get a massive opportunity, but you still got to find a way to attack. That looks like Draisaitl's going around. He's skating around. He's trying to do something. Shot from the point! Bobrovsky with the save. Rebound over into the corner, though. Edmonton still has the puck. Shot from the right circle. That's going to be a save, though, and that's going to be out of the zone. Florida makes it past center line. Bring it down. We got line changes happening right now. 11 minutes on the dot left here in the third period. Edmonton breaking down into the zone. And immediately broken up by Florida. They're going to go ahead and break it out. Florida now looking at... This is what Florida needs to do. Oh, what do we got here? We got an offside. Somebody got over anxious. So that's an offside. That's going to be a face-off out of the zone. That's a shame. That looked like it was a pretty decent break there for Florida. But linesman said otherwise. Tick, 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 tick. That clock is ticking on Edmonton. Florida, again, clears the zone, but that's going to be an icing. Again, we got this kind of dinky-dunky kind of thing now going on with Florida here. They're just going to try to slowly eat away at the clock here and just kind of not give Edmonton a chance to do anything. But I'm still of the mind of... You have to still do some attack. You have to attack. You still have to do some attacks here. You got to get in there, man. you got to get in there. You got to you safe as death. Safe as death. In my estimation, in my philosophy of playing, I like careful but careful aggressiveness. I guess if there's such a thing. Don't let them able to get a break, but still be offensively aggressive. You can't just sit back. If you sit back like this with just a 1-goal lead, man, you got to try to. I think you have to try to at least get one more. Don't do anything stupid. Don't put yourself in a vulnerable position. But, try to be a little bit more offensively aggressive. Edmonton not able to go ahead and break through. It almost seems like Florida's playing an old school New Jersey Devils neutral zone trap here, which is, again, kind of fitting since this is the 29th anniversary of the Devils' first cup, which everybody apparently hated because of the neutral zone trap. And Jacques Lemaire, kiss my ass. I don't care. We won the cup, and we swept Detroit, so. You all just said you don't like defensive hockey. 9:17 left. We are less than we're under the halfway point here of the third period. Icing again on Florida. 9:13 left in the third period. Florida still with the 2-1 lead. Time is ticking. Time is ticking for all the fans in Edmonton and in Canada. Edmonton has the puck. They are cycling it on the blue line, trying to find some kind of opening in the slot. Something shot from the top of the slot way high. Does not get anywhere near there. Florida has the puck there, breaking it out. Well, breaking away! He cannot get the shot off. Florida broke all the way down to Skinner. He could not get the shot away. Good defensive play there by Edmonton. And now they are trying to break it out their way. A lot of bodies on the ice. Maybe there were some calls there that could have been made on either side. That wasn't. The refs are letting the boys play here a little bit. Which is better than what they were doing before. 1917, Florida shots. They lead, as well as they lead on the scoreboard that matters, 2-1. Florida again kicks it back into Edmonton's zone. Edmonton gains possession, but Florida is keeping it in there. Edmonton not able to clear. So Edmonton gets possession deep in their zone, but they're never able to go ahead and really clear it. Now they clear it. Wow, shot it all the way down the ice. It gets on Bobrovsky. He has to make a save. He covers it up. That was a shot from the far blue line. Bounced in, got on Bobrovsky. He makes the save. Man, that was some nifty moves there, but he just couldn't get the shot off. You got to pull that trigger, man. It looks like he had the opportunity to do it, and then you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Oh, ever listen to Wayne Gretzky? Come on. Got Draisaitl for Edmonton lining up in the face-off circle. Puck is dropped. Florida wins. And they go ahead and clear the zone. Puck is down. That's going to be icing. And play once again stops. We're going to be here at 8 o'clock in the morning if Florida keeps on fucking dumping all these icings down there. McDavid has played 20 minutes. He's had over 20 minutes of ice time. 20 minutes and 6 seconds right now of ice time in this game. There's, hey, Game 7, Stanley Cup Final. All on the line. It's all on. And I still say Stanley Cup Finals. I know it's Stanley Cup Final, but I still say Stanley Cup Finals. That's how I grew up with it. That's how it was. That's how I remember it. That's how it should always be. In my mind, anyway. Edmonton wins the faceoff there, cycling it through the Florida zone. Again, lost an edge trying to go ahead, and that gives Florida the chance to clear the puck out of the zone. They do. Edmonton gets it right back in there. McDavid passing in front. Puck bounces around. Edmonton gets it again. They get a shot in on Bobrovsky. It's bouncing around in front of them. Goes back out to the point. Edmonton, long shot. Misses. Edmonton still maintains possession. Again, another shot from the right. Oh, big save by Bobrovsky. Edmonton again gets the rebound. They're maintaining another shot right in front. Shot. It is bouncing around. How is that not a goal? It's not. Bobrovsky covers it up, and it is whistled. Play is dead. Holy mackerel. How did that not go in? How did that not go in? Holy moly. That puck was wide open for Hyman. He just could not get any wood on it. Wow. You're not going to find a better opportunity to tie the game than what Edmonton just had. And it slipped right through their fingers. They missed it. They just missed it, man. In case you're wondering, and in case you're paying attention, Tennessee has won the College World Series for the first time in their history. What score? 6-5? Good. Seems like it was a good game. Good for them. Congratulations to the University of Tennessee Volunteers, as they are the College World Series baseball champions. In other news, it looks like the Sunday ticket trial is coming to an end on Wednesday, at least. That's when jury deliberations will begin, and we'll see what happens with that. Interesting. That's going to be an interesting result to that lawsuit. And the Charlotte City Council tonight approved the $800 million joint stadium renovation plan with the Carolina Panthers that will keep the Panthers in the city for at least the next 20 years. So there's that. Lord Stanley's coming out of the case. It's going to be time to shine him up. Keeper of the cup there. Got the white gloves. You got to shine up old Lordo there. Edmonton wins the faceoff. Cycling around. It is up at the blue line. They're trying to pass it, get it deep into the corner. McDavid has it in the corner. Shot. Looks like Bobrovsky had a pad save. Bounces around. Florida's going. They get to clear it. Edmonton, it bounced around. It was offsides or played. No, they're going to say it's played with a high stick anyway, so it's still going to come out to the neutral zone for a neutral zone faceoff. 6:43 left in the third. 6:43 left in the third. Connor McDavid trying to pump the troops up there on the bench during the intermission. Puck is dropped at center ice. Edmonton gets it into Florida's zone, but Florida has possession. They move it to the corner. They're trying to cycle it out. Edmonton keeping it around. Gets the shot in on Bobo. But what do we got here? There's a whistle beforehand. What do we got? Is this a penalty? Is this offsides? What do we got? Offsides, I guess. Okay. Because I don't have the sound on, so I can't hear. I don't have. Because I'm sure if I had the sound on, YouTube would kill me. Not that we can be monetized anyway. We don't have enough subscribers yet. Which, by the way, if you're watching us, please like, share, subscribe. It'd be very nice. It would help us out. And if we could start monetizing, we can actually start, putting more effort and more things into the show, polish it up, make it real good. Florida gets the puck down into Edmonton's end here. They're fighting for it there in the corner. Got a little 2-on-2 puck battle happening in the corner on to the right side there of old Skinner boy. 6 minutes left. Well, Rodriguez is kind of hunched over the puck here. And what are we going to get? Are we going to get a whistle? Are we going to get a penalty? Is that going to be a delay of game? Is that going to be anything like that? Or are they just going to whistle it? Well, they're just going to have the face-off out of the zone. Look at that big, beautiful silver trophy. God, I love the Stanley Cup. Best trophy in sports. It's not even an argument. It's not even close. There's not another trophy that's as nice looking, that has, I think, the good history of it. You're gonna have people sit there and say, "Oh, what about the Ashes Rugby Cup? And what about the World Cup trophy?" A World Cup trophy is like a modern sculpture. Like it's all right. It's not a great trophy. It's not a great looking trophy. It's not. I'm sure the title of World Cup champion is fine, but the actual trophy, it's not even. First of all, it's not a cup. And second of all, it's it's all right. It's not great. Stanley Cup, though, that's a great trophy. I know people try to international trophy. What about the European trophy? What about the Euro? What about the Champions League Cup? That big, ugly, big ear monstrosity. Get the fuck out of here. That's gross. Stanley Cup, that's a good one. I know some Canadians will say the Grey Cup, eh? The Grey Cup's nice, but nobody knows it. Like it's a nice trophy. It's a nice enough trophy. It's a cool looking trophy, but it's not. To me, it doesn't have the gravitas. It doesn't have the weight that the Stanley Cup does to me. The Stanley Cup internationally is just, I think, the best trophy in not just North American sports, but in world sport. I think it is by far the best trophy. And if you want to fight with me on it, I don't care. Go fuck yourself. It's just, I'm sorry. Stanley Cup is the best trophy. There's no argument. There's no debate. There's no, I think, no. Stanley Cup is the best trophy. And your opinion is invalid if you don't agree with that. It's just, go ahead. Tell me in the chat. Tell me on social media. Go to @ST Sports Podcast. Let me know if you think there's another trophy that's better looking, a more beautiful trophy, and has more of a history and like I said, just kind of gravitas that the Stanley Cup does. You can't. It doesn't exist. All right, we have 5:38 left here in the third period. Florida breaking it down into Edmonton's zone. They get a shot in on Skinner, and he's going to make the save and hold on to the puck. That's going to freeze the puck with 5:34 left. Edmonton currently has the lead on shots, 21-20, but Florida has the all-important lead, 2-1. Oilers fan, man, you make that trip. That's a long-ass trip to make from Edmonton to Sunrise, Florida. Man, that crowd is up. They are waving their towels. They are loud down there in Sunrise. Edmonton, they try to shoot it down and try to get a fast break, but they miss. And so that's an icing, and that's going to go all the way back now to their end for a face-off. Man, my voice is killing me. Face off. Florida wins. They get control. They are trying to keep it down into Edmonton's zone, clearly. Edmonton, though, does eventually gain possession, and they almost didn't get out of the zone, but they finally do. But what happened there? The puck seemed to have bounced out of play. Again, very bouncy puck, very bouncy ice. 5:10 left. That face-off is going to be coming outside of the zone. That's going to be a neutral zone face-off. Oh, no, that's coming all the way back to Skinner. That's coming out to Skinner's right side there. Florida, that puck is... Does anybody want to win the faceoff? I guess technically Florida won it, if you want to say that. Ooh, some cross-checking happening now down there by Edmonton, but the refs, I think, are going to swallow their whistles here, unless it's something egregious. At least I hope so. Let the boys play. Florida keeps the puck, though, in Edmonton's end. They got it behind Skinner there. They are killing some clock here. 4:38 left in the third period. Shot by Florida. Skinner with the save. That was a quick shot from the top of the right circle there. Who was that? Verhaeghe. Is that Verhaeghe with the shot? I didn't know it was Verhaeghe. I think it might have been somebody else. But either way. This postseason, they're saying that he has 11 goals, which is the most in Panthers postseason history. Verhaeghe's been on the ice for almost 19 minutes as well. So a lot of these players are just giving it their all here, which you do. Game 7, man. It's all out on the ice. Clock is ticking. Puck is frozen in the corner. Edmonton desperately trying to get it free. Florida gets possession, though. They get it behind the net. Edmonton grabs possession. They're able to go ahead and pickpocket, and they break it out of the zone. They're trying to keep it all the way down. They dump and chase right as soon as they get to the red line. Big hit from behind. Edmonton gets the shot off on Bobrovsky. Kick save and a beauty. Puck is cleared by Florida. 4 minutes left in the third period now. Edmonton again gets the puck into Florida's zone, but possession is contested. Edmonton gets it. They have it at the top of the slot. Shot taken. Bobrovsky's knocked over by his own guy. Wide open shot. Missed. He didn't get it. It's blocked. Oh, it is madness in front of Bobrovsky. He's lost his stick. Edmonton has the puck. Florida pickpockets it and clears the zone. Edmonton again had a massive chance, and they missed it. It's going to be icing on Florida, but that's fine. You want to give Bobo his stick back. You want to get a moment to calm everybody down. There is 3 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third period. Edmonton, another golden chance to tie the game up. Florida, though, coming up huge defensively. Bobrovsky coming up big goaltending-wise. Loses his stick, but it doesn't matter. Florida's defense is able to go ahead and pickpocket Edmonton, clear the zone, icing. But that's fine. You stop the play. Edmonton wins the faceoff. 3:23 left now. There's another broken stick on the ice. What do we got? There's another stoppage in play. What a blocked shot there. By Itu Luosta. I'm sorry. I don't know Finnish name. I mean, Finnish is hard. Finnish is hard. Edmonton wins the faceoff. They get a couple shots off. They get possession. Florida can't clear it. Edmonton gets possession back again. They shoot. Low angle shot. They miss it. Edmonton tries to get it to the point. They miss it, though. It gets out of the zone. Florida breaks it down. They did not even take a shot there on Skinner. But they're looking to kill the clock. We are under 3 minutes now. 2:55 left here in the third period. Edmonton trying to break it out again into Florida zone. They have possession. They are behind the goal line. They kick it back around. It gets to the point. Shot up into the front. Tipped over the net. Does not make it on goal. Edmonton still has possession of the puck. They are behind Bobrovsky. 2:32 left. Kicked out to the front. Shot from the top of the circle. Blocked by Florida. Edmonton maintains possession. Back out to the point. Now back to the circle. Cycling it through. Now back to the corner. Kicks out in front. It's bouncing around. There was a big rebound there. Florida gets possession. They will float it out. They clear the zone. 2:07 left. It is no icing. Does not make it past the goal line. Icing is waved off. 2 minutes left. Here in the third period of the Stanley Cup, Game 7. Edmonton again breaks it down into the zone. Florida, though, is able to go ahead and get possession. They clear. They are skating up the ice. They click it right down into the zone. I don't know why I said click it, but it's no icing. They were past the red line. They are trying to keep it down there. Edmonton again gets the puck. 1:37 left in the third period. Edmonton takes a shot. Glove save by Bobrovsky. Whistle blown. Holy shit. We are getting right down here to the nitty-gritty. I love this. Edmonton has had some remarkable chances to go ahead and tie this game up. And it has not happened. Either bad bounces, Bobrovsky's made some amazing saves. These Florida defensemen are blocking shots with their asses and their legs and their faces. They're just it's a whole team effort here by Florida. It's right there. They can taste it. And listen, this is game 7. Put my face in front of a puck. I'm stopping it. All right? I get it. I get it. As we take another look, as the keeper of the cup goes ahead and shines up beautiful Lord Stanley there. God, it's such a great trophy. And if you don't like it, you're wrong, as I mentioned before. Edmonton has taken a timeout. There's 1:35. There is 1:35 left here in the game. As they pan to all the Oilers fans there in Sunrise, in the stands. There were a lot of them. Apparently there was a lot of Florida fans that were selling their tickets for ridiculous prices to the Edmonton fans that were coming down there. Not sure how I feel about that. Personally, I would never sell a Stanley Cup Finals ticket if it was my team. If it was Devils and they have tickets, I'm not selling. I get it. I understand, but I personally wouldn't. But I'm not going to judge anybody who does. I'm not sitting here in judgment of anybody. But here we go. 1:35 left. Face-off is in the neutral zone, right outside of the Florida end. Florida wins the face-off. It stays out into the neutral zone. Edmonton slap shots it in deep. Florida, though, flips it right back out into the neutral zone and clears. Now Florida has possession in the neutral zone. They have it. They're skating into Edmonton zone. They have not pulled their goaltender yet. 1:15, 14, 13 left. 1:12. Now Skinner skates to the bench. Extra attacker out is for Edmonton. Florida intercepts the pass. The puck is blocked on the way down. Does not make it. Edmonton has possession. They're trying to break it back down into Florida zone. Florida doing their best to keep the puck out. They do. They shoot it down. That's going to be icing, though, against Florida. No icing. They called no icing. Waved it off. 44 seconds left. Edmonton gets it all the way down deep into Florida's end. Florida has possession, though. He now clicks it. I don't know why I keep on saying click it, but they do. Oh, the puck is up. It is. Oh, it just misses the wide open net. Florida again with another shot to miss the open net, and they miss it. And another chance, and it goes wide behind the net. Edmonton has it. 22 seconds left. The fans are on their feet, nervous, anxiety high. 18, 17, 16. Edmonton shoots it all the way down. They can't get it. Florida has possession. It is 10 seconds left. There's a fight for the puck in the corner. 8, 7, 6. The puck is not free. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is over. The Florida Panthers are your 2024, however you want to say it. They are your Stanley Cup champions. They have defeated the Edmonton Oilers 2-1. And that is it. It is over. Canada, again, goes another season without having one of their franchises win the Stanley Cup. The Florida Panthers win their first ever Stanley Cup in their third attempt. Looks like one of the boards are already broken there. People have broken it down. It's pandemonium there in Sunrise, Florida. They played for the Stanley Cup in '96 against the Colorado Avalanche and lost. They played in the Stanley Cup final last year against the Las Vegas Golden Knights and lost. And then they played this year in the Stanley Cup final. We're up 3-0. Blew a 3-0 lead to have Edmonton come all the way back to where it was 3-3. And then in this Game 7, which was everything you'd want a Game 7 to be, they pull it off. They get that. They get that second goal. I thought they were going to need another one to kind of put a little bit of insurance on it, because Edmonton had a tremendous amount of chances to tie this game, and just bad bounces, bad puck luck, however you want to say it. It was. It just didn't bounce. I mean, it should have bounced every one of their ways, but it didn't. The ice littered with rats down there in Florida. If you know the story, you know why they throw the rats. It's a big story. It's a big thing for them. I love it. Good for them. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers on their 30th anniversary season. They finally win the Stanley Cup. It took them 30 years, but I'll tell you what. It seems like Florida is the center for hockey. You know, they've won the last 3 out of 4 Stanley Cups, 4 out of 5 Stanley Cups. Like you had the Lightning, who were a bit of a dynasty there, and now you have the Panthers in back-to-back years make the Stanley Cup Finals. Like the Eastern Conference has been represented by Florida and almost exclusively in the Stanley Cup Finals during the 2020 so far. So Florida seems to be just another center for hockey. Southern hockey is working as much as the Canadians may hate it, and I'm sure they're really hating it tonight. Hopefully there's no riots in Edmonton. Hopefully they're a lot better than Vancouver was when they lost. Hell of a series. Again, Edmonton was down 3-0. Like this series could have been over 2 weeks ago, and instead they did something incredible and almost pulled off the impossible, but they just missed. And you hate to say it like that. You hate to say it with like such finality, and have that be. Like I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to say mean shit. But at the end of the day, there can only be one winner. It was it was a hell of a series. Congratulations again to Edmonton for doing what they did when everybody kind of had them dead and said, again, it was a bit of a. I don't know what the right word to say would be, that they were all the talent in the world, but just seemed to blow it in the big spots, and they proved people wrong. In my mind, they did not win the Stanley Cup this year, but what they did by being down 3-0, getting yourself into that hole, which is, again, that's not ideal, it's not great, but to show the stick-to-itiveness and the wherewithal to go ahead and come back and fight. And again, they 8-1 in Game 4, and then all the shorthanded goals they scored, and in the travel of back and forth with 3,500 miles back and forth again for both teams is exhausting. And for the Oilers to go ahead and still do that down 3-0. And to just put together 3 wins, bang, 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 with all of that, and then to fly all the way back. Again, Florida having to fly all the way back. That's a big thing for Florida, too. They lost 3 in a row as well. Edmonton lost 3 early. Florida, all the momentum was on Edmonton's side, if you ask anybody. Big Mo was on Edmonton's side. And They got that first goal today. I think a lot of people said that first goal was going to be very important from PK Subban today. I know on a couple of things that he was on ESPN, on Pat McAfee, on, whenever he was saying, he said the first goal was going to be important. I agreed with that. If Florida got that first goal, it was going to help. Now, again, Edmonton almost immediately scored afterwards to kind of negate what I thought would happen. But Florida was able to go ahead and get that second goal. I was hoping they would be a little bit more aggressive. They weren't. They kind of did park the bus a little bit. And again, like I said, Edmonton had their chances. They had, I mean, there was right there a couple of just bounces, bad bounces here, bad bounce there, and unfortunately, that's sometimes how it goes. You just have bad puck luck, and it just it did not bounce their way tonight. So Bobrovsky, old Sergei Bubtitsky, he gets his first cup. Florida, they get their first cup. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers. Congratulations to all the Florida Panther fans. Congratulations to South Florida, Miami. I know Miami probably still claims them, and that's fine. And listen, congratulations to the United States of America. Stanley stays where he belongs, in the good old U.S. of A. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for joining us here, or joining me anyway, on this live watch along. I know it's kind of it's a little much sometimes when it's by myself. We're getting used to this. I want to try to do a little bit more of this. We're going to do a list. We're adding more stuff. Me and Jimbo, we will be releasing weekly until the start of the season. We're going to have our top 12 NFL rankings for the preseason. We'll start releasing those soon. I think tomorrow is going to be our ranking number 12, who we have as our 12th team. And then each week we will be going on until we get to the start of the season. So look forward to that. And then, of course, Wednesday evenings will always be our regular podcasts. And then content throughout, whatever sparks our interest. If we get a little hair up our ass and want to talk about something, we'll release videos for that. Jimbo does a lot of MMA and bare knuckle stuff. I'll look at some stories. Maybe I'll start releasing more stuff like that. We're going to have more content, clearly. So like, share, subscribe. That would be really helpful, really awesome. If you want to go ahead and follow us on social media, that's ST Sports Podcast. You can follow Jimbo at Jimbo ST Sports. And you can follow myself at King_ST Sports. As I mentioned before, we have a merch store now that is stay-tuned-sports-merch.printify.me. And you can also donate to the show if you go to buymeacoffee.com/ST Sports. Anything you can donate, anything can help. That would be fantastic. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations to the Florida Panthers, your 2024 Stanley Cup champions. Adios, everybody.